How much of your life is built around making sure you can still change your mind later? It looks intelligent. It looks like preparation. You research, you stay informed, you keep momentum without fully committing to a direction. In many cases, it's protection. Most people keep every option open because fear gets louder when something becomes irreversible. Because if nothing is final, nothing can fully expose you to reality. There's a quiet sentence under a lot of decision making. If I choose wrong, I can't go back. So the brain looks for safety and reversibility. Keep learning, keep researching, keep preparing. Keep options emotionally open. Stay close enough to movement to feel productive, and yet far enough from commitment to avoid full exposure. And this shows up everywhere. In relationships where people stay emotionally adjacent to commitment. In careers where people collect all of this knowledge and skill set faster than they apply it. In life where side doors stay open long after a path has been made visible. And many people believe they're being strategic. Sometimes they are. But there's a point where strategy becomes avoidance with better language. Because optionality protects against very specific losses, public failure, looking less capable than what you thought you would, or even losing belonging if your choice doesn't match your environment. So something subtle begins to happen. You start building a life around potential instead of reality. And potential feels safe. Potential can always be edited. Reality cannot. Identity forms when something becomes real enough that you can't revise it later. If you never fully choose, you never fully become. You can accumulate skill, knowledge, perspective, but something inside stays unformed. And over time, it can create a very specific emotional residue, a quiet resentment towards life. Not because life failed you, but because life never fully met you. There's a difference between being capable of many lives and living one. I've lived seasons in staying in preparation loops where I'm learning more, understanding more, getting more ready. On paper, it looked disciplined. Internally, it felt like living in an airport terminal, always moving, near departure, never fully arriving. Airport terminals are built for transition, not identity. They're designed for movement without attachment. And many people are living there psychologically, keeping multiple versions of themselves alive, never allowing one of them to become real. Spending years near decisions and rarely inside of them. And time does not pause while you stay undecided. Doors don't create life. Walking through them does. Safety and clarity are not the same thing. Safety keeps options open. Clarity closes some. Reorientation here might look like choosing one area of your life where you stop preparing and start participating. Not everything. Just one place where you allow reality to meet you fully. There's a spiritual pattern that appears again and again. When Abraham leaves, he doesn't leave with a full plan. When Peter steps onto water, he steps before the proof. Faith repeatedly asks for movement before full certainty, not to create chaos, to create formation. Optionality can feel like freedom, but identity forms inside chosen limits. You don't find yourself, you build yourself through what you stay committed to. You can't become someone while staying available to everything. Indecision can feel like intelligence. More times than people realize, it's fear trying to protect you from loss. Fear loves flexibility because flexibility delays the moment where reality answers back. But life answers back through commitment, through choosing a direction before it's fully proven. through stepping into something before it's fully safe. This is not reckless. This is participation. Every real choice closes all the other lives that you could have lived. And part of maturity is learning how to grieve that without losing direction. Because every meaningful life requires that kind of letting go. And maybe reorientation is not about finding the perfect option. Maybe it's about becoming willing to live with the cost of choosing. Because every life requires that cost. And maybe the question here is no longer, what if I choose wrong and I can't go back? Maybe the deeper question is, what version of me never gets to exist if I never fully choose at all?